Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 5, Payback Time. That is not the official title of this week's episode, but it is what is about to start happening. Warning, this will contain predictions and spoilers. If that's not your thing, turn away right now, but your thoughts and comments are appreciated. Please leave them down in the section below. So this week we are going to transition to Hilltop. We've already been to Alexandria, we've already been to the Kingdom, and this is the third phase, and they say third time is a charm, and I think it's time the team is going to fight back. So we'll start out early on, no time for healing. We know that it's going to center around Maggie. Maggie is still sick, and as she's recovering, thinking about the thoughts of Glenn, reminiscing a little bit, guess who is going to bust through the gate and knock on the door? It is going to be Simon. Simon and his band of merry thugs are coming to disrupt the Hilltop. So you can see here they are storming the gate, Maggie peeking through the window. So quickly they have to act. They're going to have to get Maggie hidden, because if they find out Maggie's there, especially after everything that Negan just went through, it is going to be trouble for everybody in Alexandria and everybody at the Hilltop. So you can see here's the gang coming through. A little bit of smoke in the background, so they just kicked the gate wide open. There is Simon, Negan's right-hand man, and I think the terms and conditions are about to be renegotiated. Remember, it was half of everything that they had, but because of what they just went through and the deal that they cut with Rick's group, I think Simon is going to negotiate a much bigger bounty, or someone is going to die, or we could potentially see someone die and the bounty. But I think that they're going to leave some guards overnight. We'll talk about that in 1 second. Here is Simon and Gregory getting ready for a little bit of quality alone time. And you guys know Gregory is a snake, but he's also a hustler, so there's no telling what he's liable to commit to or give up in order to keep himself alive. So Maggie will stay. Gregory is going to suggest turning Maggie over to the Saviors to keep the group safe and, of course, himself safe. And he's going to give Sasha and Jesus the opportunity to stay in Hilltop. However, they're not going to have it. Jesus has a plan, and he's actually going to blackmail Gregory in order to make sure that all three of them can stay. It's going to be 3 or it's going to be none. The group is finally getting ready to fight back. This is where the tables are going to turn on this entire episode. We see here, this is the best scene I've seen so far this season. Look at Sasha rocking Abe's cigar, sharpening the knife. So she is ready for revenge. And finally, we saw a little bit of that with Carl. We saw a little bit of fight in Michonne, but every time somebody gets riled up, they just get it tabled. Sasha is going to have no one holding her back, just that look on her face. The cigar just says everything. Take a quick look at this. This is actually the Hilltop, and look at the trailers over on the side. These trailers are going to serve 2 purposes. One, I think this is where Maggie, Sasha, and Jesus are all hiding. We'll show you a picture of the door in a second. And you can also see Sasha at night walking across the top of the trailer. This is why I think the Saviors are staking this area out. They no longer trust the people at Hilltop, and I think there's going to be some killing going on. Also, we saw that one preview of Jesus. This is Jesus in the same area at night once again. There's a bonfire burning, so we're going to see a little bit of Jesus taking out some of his frustrations as well. Real quick, someone is in a hurry. I saw the car scene go through the preview. If you guys know whose car this is, who's driving it, typically when people run over walkers instead of drive around walkers, they're in a hurry. They're trying to get away from something. But perhaps this is Gregory driving away. I didn't recognize the car, but if you guys know that, leave it in the comments below. Carl still has some fight left, so we'll start out. We saw a little bit of the sneak peek from this week as well, too. Carl is actually talking to Michonne. Is like, he's trying to convince her not to go along with Rick, the peaceful motive. Starting to see that transition of Carl into the future serial killer, so it's going to get worse by the end of the season. Michonne actually turns around. She's confused. She doesn't know if Carl's right. She doesn't know if Rick's right. She wants to fight, but she's still trying to save the group. As Michonne walks out, Carl looks out the window and he sees something. There's a lot of speculation of what that could be. Some people said it's Daryl coming back. It's not. I think this is where we're going to start to see Enid walk away and Carl follows her. Now, Carl actually catches her at the wall and says, I'm not going to save you anymore. But then he changes his mind. He actually does follow her. He's going to save her from some walkers. There's a whole lot of speculation this week, and I'm going to diffuse it right now. So they think that there's going to be something that goes on between Enid, potentially, that she is either sexually assaulted or raped. That is not going to happen. The only thing that we know of at this point that does happen is Carl saves Enid, and there is another kiss scene, I think, between Enid and Carl, but nothing suggesting that anything sexually abusive happens in this episode. So here's the super spoiler alert. This is going to be some flashes from the future. If you don't want to see it, turn away now. This will confirm some things that we've talked about for the last several weeks. So here it is. First, we will start out with Carol. Carol has not committed suicide. Carol's starting to get it back together, and she's actually wearing the armor from the people over at Kingdom. Thank you to Spoiling Dead's fan page. Once again, these are some spoiler picks that are out there. This is the last 2 or 3 episodes of the season. So this is like 12, 13, 14, maybe 14, 15, 16, somewhere in that range. Here's Carl. You can also see Enid as well, too. And toward the end of the season, we actually see Dwight back in Alexandria. Now, you could say Dwight's just there to collect some stuff, but I think in this case, this is where Dwight actually leaves the Saviors, goes over and starts to form the partnership with Rick. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments below. A lot of things to talk about this week. Really looking forward to this episode, and I think the group is going to start to get a little bit of their fight back. We see a little bit of Carl fighting back. We're going to see a little bit of Michonne. They're going to have to get Rick on board, but also definitely Sasha and Jesus are going to start to turn the tides. Thanks everyone for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Talk to you all soon. Peace.